Hey guys, welcome to the Good Stuff Podcast. I'm Derek.
And I'm Ashley. Both raised in Marysville, Ohio, we decided to stay here and raise a family and start two small businesses because we absolutely love our community.
We just want to take some time to celebrate the good people, places, and things here in our community that we love and share some of that good stuff with you.
So, enjoy the good stuff.
Hey guys, welcome to another podcast. Thanks for joining us. Today we have Maggie from the Coffee Hall and soon to be
Gathered Goods.
Her new business coming, what is it, May 20th?
May 20th.
Yeah, I got that right.
Yeah.
So welcome to the podcast.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so I know you from the Coffee Hall. You guys, so is it a I guess let's start there. Is this a family endeavor? You guys are all just business people?
Like me and my siblings? Yes.
Well, your brother, your sister, and then your brother-in-law.
Oh, yeah. I guess, yeah. There's quite a few entrepreneurs in my family. I'd say that.
Kind of a stream. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
So tell us about yourself. What all do you do? Make sure I get it right.
So we have the Coffee Hall, obviously. And that was something that my siblings and I all started together. And we've all just been working on together for the past, it's almost been 3 years now that it's been open. It's been 3 years that we've been working on it, but almost 3 years that we've been open, which is nuts.
Now, did both of you work at Starbucks?
Yeah, both.
Okay, I
both
thought
Grace
both of
and
you
I
guys
worked at Columbus Starbucks, like two different ones in Columbus. So
did you live in Columbus?
no,
Or when you were in school, or just you commuted?
I drove to Columbus.
You drove to
for
Columbus?
Starbucks.
You didn't like the one in Marysville?
I actually didn't get. So sometimes Starbucks will just like offer you a job at a different location,
Somewhere.
and you'll get like moved around. So I didn't get offered one at Marysville.
Oh, so you just went where you're told.
So I was
Gotcha.
at Perimeter. But yeah.
So that gave you so is that where you guys got the idea or like the desire to do coffee or like
Yeah,
really
I mean, we
inspired?
had worked in a coffee shop before that too, up on Lake Erie. That was a smaller, like locally owned coffee shop.
Right.
Grace and I both worked there together in Lakeside, Ohio.
Oh, really?
And so that one was kind of like the first coffee place that we worked, and we always loved going there growing up, and we would go up there for a week and, get ice cream and coffee from the coffee shop all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, I don't know, there was just a really positive thing around coffee shops.
You guys had a
for
great
us.
experience,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, and it seemed like it was something that Marysville was also kind of lacking, just like a good like community gathering point. So that was kind of also partially the drive to doing it.
And you guys have done a great job in creating that,
Thanks.
if you didn't know.
But
Yeah.
we try.
Yeah.
Good
No, I was
audio.
going to say, so you've got Coffee Hall, and then you also have the gas station,
Yes, the filling station.
the filling station.
Paul's filling station.
Paul's filling
Paul's
station.
filling station.
Yeah. And that just came out of like, oh, we're bored. We only have one business. We should do 3 more.
So that
Just
actually
kidding.
like that literally just started because Riley, my brother, had stopped there to get gas, and the owner was there and was like, "Hey, I'm trying to sell the place.
Do you want a gas station?
Do you want a gas station?"
Why not?
Riley was kind of like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of opportunity with that location.
Sure. Yeah.
So that was more so the desire. The gas
Yeah.
station, it wasn't ever really like, oh, we really want to own a gas
Yeah.
station. It was just kind of like, this could be something someday. So
When opportunity knocks, you
yeah,
answer.
yeah. So it's in its growing stages. We just have
Sure.
it kind of open
Sure.
because it needs to do something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then Gathered Goods.
Yeah.
So talk about that.
So Gathered Goods is just me.
Okay.
That's like everything else has been, I mean, the gas station has been more Riley and Grace, and I just kind of help work there. And then Gathered Goods is like completely me. And that, my vision with that was to kind of create more of like a spot for like a creative community to grow in Marysville. So by offering creative classes and having a shop that sells locally made goods, that's, more than just like I think Union Station does a good job at that,
Sure,
but then
yeah.
something that's more so like local artist focused.
Mm-hmm.
And also having like, I've had a few like pop-up markets there that where people who haven't, done a show before can come and they can sell their stuff and get to meet people. And I think that's always just like really encouraging as someone who, as an artist, to see the feedback like firsthand
Sure.
of people like seeing what you make and what you do. And
Want to really create that community space to be able to foster that and have that inspiration on a regular basis.
yeah, that's like the goal. But
Sounds familiar.
sounds familiar. Yeah, I feel like that's a dance studio. Similar ideas there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you do teach classes out of there. What classes do you teach?
I've just kind of started out with a small amount of classes. I teach like hand lettering and calligraphy, and I've tried to do a few painting classes, but I'm not doing anything too crazy yet. And I also have a few other people who are wanting to teach some classes. I've had Rustic Reflections in there.
Yeah.
She's done a few, and then there's another girl who wants to start in May doing some painting classes, and then some other people who have shown more interest in teaching like more fine art classes, like figure drawing and things like that. So I think that's super exciting.
Yeah.
Because
Finger drawing?
Figure.
Figure. Oh, I'm like,
Yeah,
finger
just drawing fingers.
drawing. I thought I was thinking like finger painting,
market.
like fine art and finger. Oh,
Yeah.
figure painting. Yes, that sounds
Figure.
much finer than I
Yes.
was envisioning.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Awesome. So, okay, we have been to the coffee hall lots of times. Derek, that's his office sometimes. We
He camps out in there for a while sometimes.
visit there regularly. Yeah. And so we know just the fun moments that we've been able to have there. So, like, for example, Callie Jean, our oldest, after her first day of preschool ever, was like, we're going to have a celebration and go to the coffee hall and have some ice cream.
Aw.
And you guys, in fact, just did that Friday. You sent me a picture. And so those sorts of memories that are being created there, those sorts of good things in our lives that are happening there.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you've seen, especially over the 3 years. I mean, if we think about the last 3 years, a lot has happened.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And to start your small business up, like in the
During that time.
right at the start of a pandemic. I know you've seen lots of good that's happened, in that space. So is there anything that sticks out to you of like, this is one of the reasons why I absolutely love the coffee hall or just those sorts of things.
I think something that my sister and I have actually talked about quite a few times is like from the very beginning, you like establish relationships with regulars, and especially like the regulars that had like newborn babies at the time.
Yeah.
And now they still bring those same kids in, but they're like 3 years old, and they're like running to the fridge to grab their applesauce pouch. Like, it's just super cool to see someone who like came in and like in the little baby carrier, and now they're just like up and running, and it's part of like their routine, and they come in every week, and kind of like what you said with you and your daughter, that
And now you're on a podcast.
but where it's like kind of, I don't know, like it's just an established thing that's like special to them, and it's really cool to see that like throughout a kid's life. And
that is crazy to think. We experience that sometimes at the dance studio. Like maybe I had their kid when they were little, and then I don't have them for the next couple years, but I'll randomly see them in the studio, and I'm like, how are you this big? Like, just, but thinking like, gosh, you could be a part of their life from the time they're tiny till whenever, and the kind of impact,
super cool.
The impact you might be able to have on them. And I think in your space, maybe there's something impactful. They're always going to remember those moments with their mom, or they're always going to remember getting ice cream with their dad, or like, maybe they're just in there and it's like, oh, there's a certain, painting or picture or artwork or whatever that speaks of, you never know what scene is really going to like stick.
Yeah.
Oh,
30
your
years
historic
down the
paint or
road.
pictures up on the wall. I like those.
Good.
Derek
Yeah.
thinks that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. What about the roller coaster it has been? So remind me.
Apparently silencing it doesn't work.
Remind me how close to the start of the pandemic you were from an opening perspective.
So we opened in September of 2019.
Okay.
And then we had to shut down, I think it was like
March.
mid-March of 2020.
Yeah.
And then we were shut down for 2 months.
About putting you through the ringer at first.
I know. Yeah.
But it was really cool, like, especially being such a new business. And we were very happy with how we were doing before the pandemic.
Sure.
And then there were people that like came in and bought like $100 gift cards and like bought like 5-pound bags of coffee.
Yeah.
And it was just really cool to see like what people came and like supported you the best they could, even though it's like a crummy situation for everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool because we did like the bulk pickups too. So we sold like trays of cinnamon rolls.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I feel like you guys bought a few of those. Or a bag of Scottish grog.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I tried to stop by there once. They weren't open.
Yeah.
I was disappointed.
Oh, we can always special order it for you. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it was a challenging time for all businesses, but boy, those like brand new,
the fresh,
just getting your footing, like just figuring stuff out, and But I'm sure looking at that I'm sure there's times where you're like, we have been put through the ringer in 3 years, but what a blessing the coffee hall has been on the community. Aww. As like a gathering place, really, as people start to come back together.
Well,
like,
and I think as our community grows, sorry to interrupt you, but as the community grows, there's more and more chains and more, the demand for Texas Roadhouse or these bigger places, chains or whatever. Having that local place that has that local feel and being able to go in there and see people, like Paige works in there, Callie can come in, and sometimes Ann Morgan will be in there with Molly.
Yeah.
And then Paige is there, and
just all the connections and
all of that, and people that, oh, hey, I only see you at the coffee hall or whatever, since I'm there frequently to work.
Yeah.
But just that community building and seeing it, even just not even from a selfish standpoint or our own personal story, but just all of the other people, that it's not just us, that like that's just a normal thing. And some of the stuff you have in there isn't that fancier, like that font, like your tables are just like
they're pretty simple, yeah.
And, like your counters are 2x4s and like you go to Starbucks and I guess what I'm saying is you have corporate places that are very put together and very specific,
more. Not that our stuff that we built with is bad. We actually built like all the counters with local wood, so it's
that's what I'm saying. Like none of it's bad.
But it's nothing like we don't have marble or like anything fancy.
Yeah, but the success that you've experienced, or that we see, whatever your numbers are.
Yeah.
I guess all I'm saying is the people behind it obviously are the things that shine and really get people in there, and really contribute to the success, not the fancy or the marble or the whatever. I'm just giving you guys the credit. So
thanks.
The people behind businesses, people do business with people.
True.
There you go. That was a long way to get there. But you got it.
People do business with people.
You got it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just yes.
I think we've definitely been very fortunate with like the coffee hall and we've had very good employees who are like pretty friendly and like I don't know, I feel like they represent our business well. So
but that starts with you guys, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That starts with leadership and management, and the people that are the heart and soul behind the business is what really starts that, and then it just continues. Okay, what about just in general? Or any what's something that made you feel good? What's the story that made you feel good?
That's like
broad. Like coffee makes me feel great.
I know,
every morning.
Coffee is the drug. What's something did for you recently that made you feel good?
Something somebody did for me recently that made me feel good. Okay, so I feel like this is fitting because Easter, but I'm 25 and my mom still makes me an Easter basket every year.
That's cute.
Yes.
And so I just love how like intentional and thoughtful she is with her Easter baskets, and she's like this at Christmas too. But I mean, I don't think anybody knows me better than my mom, but she just like had these little like macrame mug rugs in there for coffee cute. That were made by a girl who has sold at Gathered Goods. And so I'm like, that's just cool that she like thought about that. Well, I don't know, just the intentionality of it.
Yes.
And then I've also been kind of into plants, and she got me a little like plant sprayer.
Oh yeah.
So just, I don't know. There's just something like when someone like intentionally thinks about you from a product or from, and they're like, oh, Maggie would love this. Like, I'm going to get this for her. I just think that's, I don't know.
The thoughtfulness
so good.
is much better than the price.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cute. Soak it up, because someday when there's lots of grandkids running around, parents are like,
that transition.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Who are you? I mean, we're kind of getting there too, because she's got the first grandchild.
Yes,
so
Yep.
My mom this morning, my mom and dad are on vacation in Florida, and they have not taken a vacation in a long time. And my mom, so they've been gone for like 7 whole days.
Oh, wow.
Just 7
Only
whole
7
days. And my mom this morning was like, I really love the warmth and the sun, and I hate Ohio winters, but there's no way I could come down here for a winter. I miss the girls so much. And I was like,
what about me?
I'll tell them anything you want to tell me. she didn't pick it up. She's like, I just miss seeing them so much. Or maybe I could come down here in the winter, but I would have to take them with me. And
oh my gosh.
Like, hey, Mom.
Like, what about me, Mom? I'm still, here. I still need attention.
Yeah.
And then you grow up.
Yeah.
You miss
like,
out.
But I mean, it's super, super fun and cool to see.
But yes, when your mom, or yes.
Anybody, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like you're seen. Like
Yeah.
somebody knows you well. You know,
Yes.
and somebody thought of you like more than just, I need a gift,
Yeah,
but,
it wasn't like a last minute.
Yeah.
Let me put these random things together. It was kind of, intentional.
Nice segue into our promotional sponsor of the Gathered Goods. No. Just kidding.
Buy things.
But you will have a lot of that kind of stuff in there that'll be more unique and more thoughtful and hand.
Hopefully you'll see that and you'll be like, oh, hey, my friend would love this. I'm gonna get this for my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or you can take a class and learn how to make something or make some art and some finger painting. Just kidding.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, anything else that comes to mind on positive, feel-good experiences?
Positive feel-good experiences. I'm trying to think things that are like specific to Marysville.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking earlier about the coffee shop in, on Lake Erie, and not that you grew up there or have years and years and years of experience there, but I hear a lot of people in the business community or whatever talk about how Marysville is unique in that businesses working together, community working together. We're a really generous community. And so I just wonder if you see any of that. Did you spend enough time up in the Cleveland area? Did you spend enough time up in that coffee shop where you're like, yeah, there's something special and unique about this town? Or is it like there's something special and unique about those quaint little coffee shops? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say. I think like with that one, it was a little bit different because it was in like a resort town.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So it wasn't open year round.
Yeah,
but there were like things that it like worked with, like the bookstore that was across the street, and they had like a little Where's Waldo scavenger hunt thing for kids.
Cool.
And which I mean Marysville kind of does stuff like that too with like the we just did that Earth Day hunt. And so I don't know, I think that like Marysville is, especially like within the past, I feel like even like the past year, there's been like a lot of stuff that people have been doing to try to like get everybody to be more doing things together and more involved. And I think that's like how an uptown does flourish, is like when everybody works together and we're not like, oh man, they had more people in their shop than I did in mine, or
Right.
Yeah.
So
yep, and that definitely has been happening lately. So it's good to see more camaraderie and more working together and more
community.
Just more community and more local shops and to build that community. So it's exciting to see the Avalon coming to life too, and that'll create
for sure.
hopefully knock on wood, more opportunities for that date night experience that I've heard people talk about over the years. Come up to see a show, or come up to shop beforehand and then see a show, or whatever the schedule would be. But being able to kind of come up and hang out and do all those things, go to dinner and do all of that. So look forward to that.
Get ice cream after a show. That would be my jam.
For sure.
Yeah. There's
Whatever
a couple
your jam
places for that.
Yeah.
Lots of options for ice cream uptown, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's,
I try
She
to
loves
avoid
her
them
ice cream.
because I love ice cream so much. Yeah.
that is pretty good.
Okay, what about your challenge? We asked you to come up with a challenge.
So this is something that I've seen happen in the coffee shop a lot where people will like pay it forward
Yeah.
and buy a coffee for like the next person in line, which is super cool. And I think it's even cool just to like, buy a little $5 gift card and give it to a friend and be like, coffee on me this week. Like,
Yes.
I don't know. I drink coffee every day. I think there's a lot of people that are like that too. And it's nice when someone just like, buys it for you. So
Surprise.
that's my challenge is
You're
buy
intentional.
a coffee, or if you're an evening drinker, buy someone a beer, or if you're not over 21, buy someone a refresher. Like there's lots of different things, or an ice cream.
So buy somebody a drink.
Buy somebody something.
Whatever drink they like.
Little $5
Is appropriate.
thing.
A treat.
Yeah. A treat. Yes.
There we go.
A little sweet treat.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming to chat with us
Yeah, I'm so happy you guys asked me to. This was fun.
about some good stuff. So yeah, if you have any other good stuff in the future, you're welcome back anytime. Or recommend topics for us to talk about, whatever the case might be. Or if you know anybody else we should talk to.
Yeah.
let us
Okay.
know.
For sure.
All right.
So thanks for you out there for watching or listening and coming along with us.
Okay, so remember, if you do that challenge by buying somebody a little treat, we want to know about it. So email us or send us a message on the Good Stuff Marysville Facebook page. Let us know that you bought somebody a treat. And if you do that, remember, if you do that and you let us know, remember you'll be entered into our giveaway for this quarter.
Planter window boxes for the
Planter
spring.
window boxes.
So thanks for hanging out. Talk to you later.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Go do good stuff.